Of governance under my administration, together with our legislators, the chief of offices, and employees, with our continuing pursuit of commitment as servants of the people, guided with our unified vision and mission. First is on our financial administration.
As the Spanish word Esperanza implies, hope springs eternal in this little town known in the northeastern part of Mindanao. Stakeholders will be mobilized in attaining the local government's ambition to harness the development opportunities in the municipality as a place to visit in, to invest in, and to live in a sustainable way with this vision and mission. An agro-industrialized municipality sustained by empowered people, preserving their cultural heritage, living in peaceful, progressive, and ecologically balanced environment. Promote sustainable development through strategy-driven programs for improved quality of life. These are the major four sectoral goals of the local government of Esperanza. Accountable, transparent, participative, and effective local governance for the governance and administration. Socially protective and safe municipality for social services sector. Economic growth and poverty reduction for the economic sector. And environmental protective and climate change adaptive and disaster resilient municipality.
Calendar year 2017 net income. Esperanza generated a gross income from all sources, local and national, amounting to 38,214 pesos, less than the total expenses incurred for the same period of expenditures on administration, social services, economic development, personal services, and other maintenance and operating expenses amounting to 13,869,365 pesos. We registered a positive net income of 73,380,448 for the entire year of 2017. From January to May 2018, a total collection from all internal local sources. The Treasury has generated a total collection from January to August 2018 from all internal local sources amounting to 228,836,442. The positive net income we have obtained is due to our updated municipal revenue code. Our taxpayers are becoming conscious to pay their taxes. The collection and activities of our personnel and staff in the Treasury Office, headed by our Municipal Treasurer, OIC, Mrs. Catherine Yu, have improved. Meanwhile, the efficient management of our local economic enterprise managed by Mr. Mario Delanto is a contributing factor. In 2017, we have a net income surplus of 45,331,036 pesos and 34 centavos. Through the supplemental budget 1 and 2, we have utilized the said surplus funds for social welfare programs, for gender and development, and infrastructure development programs such as the assistance to indigent in emergency situations, the support to rabies control, the support to tourism, the support to anti-smoking program, the support to national agencies like Bureau of Fire Protection, DILG, and the Municipal Trial Court. We have also the support to Municipal Leadership and Governance Program, the support to Information and Communication and Technology, or ICT, the support to the Nutrition and Malaria Program, the support to National Greening Program, the support to TESDA programs, support to accredited community volunteers through the Philippine Red Cross on accident and death insurance, the improvement of our municipal facade and perimeter grounds, support to remote barangays through road concreting of the farm to market roads, and the support to the still ongoing renovation of our rural health unit and the improvement of the evacuation centers facilities. Our LGU give back to the people what the people had trustingly and willingly given to the government in terms of taxes, licenses, permits, rentals, and others. And one direct way is through the national recognition presented by the Department of Trade and Industry and the National Competitive Council of the Philippines to our local government unit as among the top 10. We rank number 6 of the 173 LGUs surveyed nationwide for the business licensing system, customer experience on the renewal process of business permit survey. This reflects the satisfaction level of customers who have availed in our LGU business permit and licensing system services of our local government units with high performance in terms of the process of the renewing of business permits. In the legislation, our Sangguniang Bayan, headed by the presiding officer, Vice Mayor Eric Ray Shuhan, have fairly performed the task for quality legislation in representation, lawmaking, and oversight. As the legislative body of the municipality, it has enacted ordinances, approved resolutions, and appropriated funds for the general welfare of the municipality of Esperanza and its inhabitants. Within 2017, the Sangguniang Bayan has adopted 157 resolutions and enacted 17 ordinances in 2018. From January to August, 282 resolutions was adopted and 15 ordinances are enacted. Among the noteworthy legislations are the following. One is the institutionalization of barangay agriculture worker. 2, the creation of municipal administrative board to address issues on drug-related public nuisance. Enactment of the municipal traffic code. Provision of the financial assistance to persons with disabilities. 5th, the enactment of public safety code, the creation of Moral Recovery Values Formation Council, the creation of the Indigenous Peoples Affairs Unit in the Office of the Municipal Mayor, the establishment of a strategic monitoring station for peace and order and public safety purposes, enactment of revised revenue code, the formulation of the supply chain management of drug management system, the cash incentives for top performing revenue collectors, the cash incentives for barangay with highest percentage of real property collections. Renaming the annual celebration of our Araw ng Esperanza, formerly Kaamulan Festival, into Nalandang Festival, referring to peaceful gathering of tribes and among others. May I therefore commend Vice Mayor Shuhan and all the Sangguniang Bayan members for consciously utilizing their powers through these legislations formulated and enacted to advance the interest of the majority, especially those who have less in life, rather than political interest. And of course, by appreciation to the efforts of the Sangguniang Bayan support staff, headed by our brainy, intelligent Sangguniang Bayan Secretary, Mr. Albert Alguno. On the research works and organizations of thoughts they made. In our human resources, the most important asset of the local government unit is human resource. In recognition thereof, this administration continuously gives incentives and benefits to our deserving employees based on the Strategic Performance Management System, or the SPMS, we have established through the Human Resource Management Office, led by no less than our hardworking and innovative Dr. Sheila Jaramillo. These include the following accomplishments: the 10% salary adjustments which took effect last January 2018, the loyalty awards recognition to 15 employees for 10 years and above continuous service, the productivity incentive bonus to all employees with 2 semesters very satisfactory ratings performance, the salary step increment to 40 employees for 3 years of continuous satisfactory service, the retirement separation benefits of 18 municipal employees and officials. Capacity building seminars, trainings for deserving employees like office clerks, drivers, event management teams, onboard session for newly hired and promoted employees, has started to develop the Human Resource Management Information System, or the HRIS. Wellness programs for employees through weekly physical dance fitness integrated with weekly flag retreat. Assisted in organizing the Esperanza Municipal Employees Union, headed by Mr. Rito Batingal from the Municipal Accounting Office. The inter-office sports fests were held to promote sportsmanship, camaraderie among employees, which somehow give relief from stress works and other concerns in the office, thereby promotes balance in work and leisure while playing or cheering to their events, as we observe in this VTR. manifestation of the happy LG officials and employees. In our economic sector, or the economic governance in agriculture, to make our Esperanza a self-sustaining agricultural municipality, in attune to the national program's agenda for rice production, the Municipal Agriculture Office, headed by Mr. Jose Saldimano, continues to provide subsidies to individual farmers and cooperatives advocating the use of hybrid rice and corn seeds and certified seeds. Our municipality is fortunate for accessing financial and technical assistance from the national government through the Department of Agriculture, Department of Trade and Industry, and Agricultural Training Institute for the following special projects. First is the Rice Processing Center in Poblacion. Next, the Organic Farming and Marketing municipal-wide, the Engineered Kawayan Processing Center in Poblacion by the DTI, the Cacao Processing Center in Tagabasi, still comes from DTI, the rice seed subsidy, the farm corn mechanization, the Bell's type post-harvest processing center, rubber nursery at Hawilian, the farmers field school on rice and corn, vegetables, commodities, the tilapia food processing of women's organization, the fish cage and fish pond production and fish production for Esperanza fisher folks, and the poultry and egg production. Our farmers have maximized their knowledge and practices with the intervention of the Upland Sustainable Agroforestry Development Program, a PEP program of our beloved Governor Adolfo Edward Plaza, in order to boost the household farmers' income through the increased agricultural production by planting the growing high-value crops like cacao, rubber, banana, as well as palkata and fruit trees. Also, livestock, vegetables, and post-harvest facilities with proper technology were acquired by the farmer in Rulis. Coming from the 13 beneficiary barangays, namely Aguinaldo, Anulingan, Sibulan, Langag, MacArthur, Mahakot, Milagros, New Hingoog, Odyong, San Jose, San Isidro, Tagabasi, and Valentina. And thanks to our beloved Governor Eddie Bong Plaza. With USAD, our farmers are working and hoping for a bright future for their families, as we observe in this VTR.
Si Rolando Fabre, usa lamang sa 29 ka mga mag-uumang benepisyaryo sa programang Upland Sustainable Agroforestry Development kun USAD sa barangay New Hingoog, sakop sa lungsod sa Esperanza ning probinsya, nga nagtanom og kakao sa iyang 1 ka ektaryang luna niadtong tuig 2015. Matod pa ni Ginoong Fabre nga sa pagkakaron, hinahinay na siyang nakapupo sa bunga sa kakao nga iyang gitanom og gitarget nga sa sunod tuig daghan na ang ihang ma-harvest. Gawa sa kakao adunay falkata ug saging usab nga iyang napahimuslan gikan sa USAD.
Ginakuan ni ang 833 tong sa akong na-enroll yun. Tapos ang katong mga na-assume na mo, ang total ani niabot kini 1/4 na.
1/4 ang kakao lang.
Hills o kakao.
So ang palkata pila po?
Ang palkata kining nasa kalsada nga naglumbay 200 ni pieces. Nya tapos kining nasa patsing-patsing kining nasa katag-katag. Estimate po nako kaya po ni mga 100 talaga.
So mga 300 tanan.
Posible.
Usa ka tuig nakadawatan ni mga
2015.
On the technical skills and employment facilitation, It is said that education and employment is indispensable. We need to equip our people for better career employment. Our LGU has expanded support to technical education for Skills Development Authority through our CITEC or Community Training and Employment Coordinator in the person of Ms. Marian Lumapas, who has facilitated technical education and skills trainings for our constituents, such as training on automotive driving, welding, masonry, dressmaking, and others for youth and for women's organization. And we owe also this from our Congresswoman, Maria Valentina Plaza. Recently, our LGU is chosen as one of the awardees during the Gabi ng Parangal during TESDA, Caraga Service and Institutional Awards ceremonies during its 24th anniversary and 2018 Kabalikat Award. So thank you, TESDA. Hand in hand with CITEC, our LGU has offered job, employment, facilitation, service through the Public Employment Service Office headed by our Municipal Information Office, our PESO designate, Ms. Pauline Jaramillo. The office has performed extended functions other than employment, like facilitating livelihood assistance for informal sectors like farmers, women's group, youth, and persons with disability, facilitating the request of overseas workers' families and dependents in times of emergencies, and also accessing financial assistance from the national agencies like OWA and DOLE. Both core and extended functions of PESO were well organized and packaged into proper documentation. Hence, the 2017 DOLE Caraga year assessments, our PESO office is recognized as the best in the statistical performance and reporting system. In a social governance, infrastructure for 2017 to 2018, this administration, together with the Sangguniang Bayan, has released a total amount of 248,174,191 pesos to 326,054,262 pesos for projects under the 20% Development Fund and special projects implemented in our municipality through the management and supervision of the Municipal Engineering Office and the Municipal Planning Office, headed by Engineer Demosthenes Abella Jr. and Mr. Gregorio Dumanig, our MPDC. Special projects include Salintubig, bottoms-up budgeting or the BUB, the DSWD KCCCL, the Philippine Rural Development Program, the Assistance to Municipality, and the Performance Challenge Fund. One of the major accomplishments is the expansion of municipal water system through treatment facility.
Nagamit og napahimusla na sa mga katauhan gikan sa unom ka mga barangay sa lungsod sa Esperanza ning probinsya ang limpyong tubig mainom human gihimo ang blessing and inauguration ceremony niadtong Sabado, Hulyo 28 tuig 2018. Ang unom ka mga barangay naglangkob sa Hawilian, Remedios, Piglawigan, Poblasyon, Cruising Luna ug Dakutan nga nagkantidad sa 150 million pesos. Matod ni Pichi hapitan gikan sa G Hydro and Bioenergy Corporation nga mo'y naghimo sa maong pasilidad nga siguradong limpyo ug luwas ang maong proyekto alang sa mga katawhan.
It is guaranteed to produce potable water that meets the specifications of the Philippine National Standard for Drinking Water, the Department of Health, as well as the World Health Organization.
Dugay na nga damgo sa mga katawhan sa Esperanza ang proyektong water treatment facilities for potable water production, gani gisugdan kini sa pagplano sa panahon pa ni kanhi Mayor Deo Manpatilan Sr. Mato ni Mayor Lunida Manpatilan nga dili sayon o dali ang paghimo sa proyekto, apan usa kini sa mga gikinahanglan sa mga katawhan, hinungdan nga ilang gipaningkamutang mahatagan og katumanan.
So that is why kini nga project was conceptualized many years ago, no? Murag ang pagsugod pag yun ni ani for the late husband, Deo Manpatilan Senior, it takes murag inunta dumaan sa butas ng karayom, no? For the exploration alone and hangtod nga na-realize, so hangtod karon nga naanag yun, no? So hopefully this will be very useful for our community. And
Gidayeg usab ni Congresswoman Tina Plaza ang LGU sa mga inisyatibo nga mahatagan og limpyong tubig ang mga katawhan sa lungsod, di nahimo usab ni ining prioridad sa panahon nga siya pa ang gobernador sa probinsya.
Honestly, this has always been my dream. In 2007, when I was governor, one of the flagship projects that I wanted to push was the potable water system called TINA, which is tubig inunatong agusanon. Very simple, but it's the concept for me that I had to push. Because I believe that clean water, potable water, is a right of every Filipino, a right of every agusanon.
Mitambong sa blessing and inauguration ceremony si Congresswoman Valentina Plaza sa Distrito 1, Vice Governor Sammy Tortor, SP members ug mga opisyales sa lungsod.
We have also other completed projects under the 20% Development Fund, and special projects are the following. Indeed, those are one of our accomplishments. Now in the civil registration, the Office of the Municipal Registry, headed by Mr. Celso Canasiero, reports that in 2017 and August 2018, there were 2,703 registered births and 392 marriages, including the 188 couples solemnized through mass wedding marriages and 346 deaths. Mobile registration conducted to extend civil registry services in remote and IP barangays like Bunagit and Calabuan. Pre-marriage counseling in 2017 until present has covered 133 couples. In the health services, our local government unit through our rural health unit ensures the availability and accessibility of healthcare services and medicines to marginalized sectors of our society. Within this year, the RHU personnel and staff had served the following programs: the medical outreach program, the disease control program, the maternal and child care, the expanded immunization program, the family planning, dental health care, diarrheal disease control, the nutrition, health systems strengthening program, community health leadership, municipal leadership, and health development programs. We have sustained our efforts in the anti-smoking program with the initiative of the RHU personnel and staff, headed by Dr. Maria Teresa Cacal, with the support of the Municipal Task Force. Hence, in 2017, we have garnered for the second time the Red Orchid Award and hope we can still make it for 2018. And I also thank our anti-smoking coordinator, Ms. Predisminda Tanyo, for the job well done, and all the RHU personnel. In the social welfare services, the Municipal Social Welfare and Development Office has served and assisted our needy and marginalized families and individuals through the following programs: the Family and Community Welfare Program, the Child Youth Welfare Program, the Supplementary Feeding Program, the Women's Welfare Program, and programs of persons with disabilities. We have 72 existing child development centers or daycare centers throughout our municipality with 1,800 pupils. 72 trained child development workers under the supervision of our MSWDO, Ms. Minda Benadero. In 2017, we were once again recognized as one of the child-friendly municipalities in the Caraga region. In terms of the DSWD convergence programs, we have availed the following grants to the target beneficiaries who are all our constituents. 18.6 million for 3,882 beneficiaries served under the Pantawid Pamilya Corpus program. 7,665,000,000 for the 3,194 beneficiaries under the unconditional cash transfer and just they received last week. Third is the 5.775 million for the 385 beneficiaries under the Sustainable Livelihood Program or the SLP. And also we have 8,671,000,000 for the 602 beneficiaries under the MCCT or the IP. In the disaster preparedness management, the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office has the strength of 3 permanent and 7 job orders with 109 accredited community volunteers on call with 24/7 in the Operations Center to assess during emergency situations. A total of 100 accidents were recorded by trained volunteers within these years. Majority are vehicular accidents. Our LGU is equipped with 13 equipments categorized as water rescue equipments, land rescue equipments, and extrication. All are standby for unexpected situations and disastrous aftermath. Trainings and drills on flood, fire, and earthquake were initiated by our MDRMO and staff and volunteers led by Mr. Deng, our local risk reduction management officer too. Our MDRMO designated Municipal Disaster Reduction Officer in different offices and schools with barangay officials which capacitated and our communities on what to do whenever a disaster or a calamity occur. We are fortunate that our LGU has made partnership with non-government organizations and humanitarian groups like the Philippine Red Cross and the CODESPA Foundation, who granted us with community projects in managing disaster and climate change, thereby building resilient communities. Among these are early warning device or radio communication, repeater, and water system from Red Cross. While CODESPA's intervention was the preparation of barangay contingency plans. Thanks to these two international development organizations for considering ESPERANZA as your program beneficiary. Recently, our municipality is recognized through Santo Toribio Elementary School as regional winner of the 2018 Search for Gawad Kalasan, or the Kalamidad at Sakuna, Labanan, Sariling Galing ang Kaligtasan. Public school category, it is among the top 3 winners nationwide out of the 400 entries. We have sustained our activities to ensure care and preservation of our environment through the watershed management, reforestation, and riverbank protection programs implemented by the Municipal Environment and Natural Resources Office, headed by Forester Randy Ligsanan. Our municipality has been a center of excellence in Carag region in terms of best practices of the ecological solid waste management practice, like the presence of the updated 10-year solid waste management plan, the presence of our alternative technologies of waste final disposal, the systems of collection through waste segregation is sustained as embodied in our municipal ordinance. The municipal recovery facilities, or the MRF, are established in 47 barangays. The fully functional Environment and Natural Resources Council, chaired by no less than our Honorable Vice Mayor Eric Ray Shuhan. On peace and order, the Philippine National Police in terms of crime solution efficiency from January to July 2018, it has a quite high rate of 86.66% efficiency with variance of 13.3%. There were reported incidents of kidnap for ransom, carnapping, and hijacking, and no syndicated crime groups. Out of the 33 total number of drug-affected barangays, as of this present, all are 100% of the drug-affected barangays are already cleared. May I request our PNP and DILG to urgently assist in the preparation of reports and other requirements to make our place a drug-free municipality. On the Bureau of Fire Protection, the Bureau of Fire Protection has been undertaking fire safety awareness campaign that addresses the most vulnerable sectors of society of the 3 E's of fire prevention, namely the engineering, the education, and enforcement. With the leadership of our present Municipal Fire Marshal SFO2 Librado Mera, in 2017 to 2018, BEP personnel have conducted the fire safety trainings and drills in coordination with the MDRRMO office. In fact, on this occasion of our 65th founding anniversary of our town, in the coordination of the Municipal Risk Reduction, they are initiating Fire Olympics to increase and enhance capability to handle fire incidents among the community leaders and volunteers. Our BFP personnel were able to respond 5 fire incidents within 2017 until present, all within our area of responsibility. Common causes of fire were defective electrical connections and unattended garbage fires. All fire incidents were accidental in nature. No arson cases filed, and this implied that BFP's prevention is effective. Performance of our LGU in 2017 is commendable. Hence, we deserve recognition, and let's clap our hands for this. In fact, we were among the LGU nationwide recognized as a seal of good local governance passer in 2017 and a qualifier for 2018. And last month, a national validation for 2018 SGLG was made, and I hope we will surely pass again. However, I admit there are still salient areas of my governance that need to be improved and important concerns that we must focus on. One is the high rate of malnutrition. I would like to propose for a legislation that will impose convergence approach so that everyone will be involved to solve malnutrition, not only the health sector. Second is the vulnerability and disaster. Our place is prone to flood. The annual occurrence of flood is a substantial threat to the farmers and to the vulnerable sectors of our communities. 3 is the big projects not yet completed. The unfinished evacuation center and multipurpose building, which is very necessary during flood and also can be used as the venue of big events like this. the one at the back of our municipal hall. Fourth is the high poverty incidence. The role of the frontline offices, agencies, especially the social and economic sectors, comprising the offices of MSWDO, MHO, Municipal Agriculture Office, Municipal Planning Office, and Engineering are very crucial to strategically combat high poverty incidence in our municipality. Fifth is the tourism development. Esperanza is potential for histo-cultural and farm tourism. The newly crafted Municipal Tourism Development Plan is already submitted to the Regional Tourism Office for review. In the plan, we envision to establish tourism industry in our municipality to create employment that would help increase local income. And I thank the national government agencies and the provincial governments through our kind and supportive Provincial Governor Adolf Edward G. Plaza and Congresswoman Valentina Plaza for the financial support provided to help us accomplish in our projects. I thank the official dam, both the legislative, headed by the Honorable Vice Mayor Eric Rishuhan, and the executive branch, headed by our municipal administrator, Mrs. Michelle Manpatilan Templado, for the concerted efforts to remain committed with me in our obligation to deliver the services with concrete results in lifting the living condition of our fellow Esperanzahanon. Indeed, everybody is recognized. The Municipal Accountant Office, headed by Mr. Marlon Utasa, the Municipal Budget Office, headed by Sara Basinan, and also our Municipal Assessor's Office, headed by Evangeline Pidad, our OIC, and others, even to the smallest, the utility or the job orders, you are part of every accomplishment of our LGU. We are what we are now because of God. I am what I am now because of God. So all this, I offer my thanks and appreciation to our Lord Almighty. To God be the glory. God bless the Municipality of Esperanza. Maayong hapon kanatong tanan.